An incomplete history of the Shim Sham.
But this is the problem with talking about history, is a lot of the stuff is not well documented and it's passed down verbally, so there are a couple of different origin stories. A lot of the details are the same, some of the details are different. Of the online sources I found, the most common origin story was that it was made in 1927 by a tap dance duo, Leonard Reed and Willie Bryant, and they were choreographing for this act called the Whitman Sisters. Now the Whitman Sisters were the song and dance troupe, and they were the longest running and highest paid act of the Black Vaudeville circuit, the TOBA circuit. The story goes that the Whitman sisters needed a finale that everybody could join in on. So Leonard Reed and Willie Bryant made up this relatively simple dance that they called Goofus, and it was done goofily to Turkey in the Straw. An act called The Three Little Words saw it, loved it, slowed it down, and presented it at Connie's Inn in 1931. And because it was so simple, they invited everybody, including the waiters, to join in. Now, Marshall and Gene Stern's jazz dance doesn't mention the Whitman sisters at all. According to Jazz Dance, it was presented at the Lafayette Theater, and that is where the Three Little Words saw it, loved it, slowed it down, presented it as the Shim Sham at Connie's Inn in 1931. One member of the act, Joe Jones, not that Joe Jones, said that he was the one that invented the Shim Sham during a rehearsal. Now, according to Jazz Dance, it's entirely possible that Reed, Bryant, and Jones, and others all invented the routine because it's comprised of so many elements of older steps. It is hard to document vernacular jazz, you guys. In his online lesson, Frankie Manning has yet another take on the origin of the Shim Sham, again with many overlapping details. In any event, the main things to remember are tap dance, Leonard Reed and Willie Bryant, late 1920s, early 1930s, and the dance was simple enough that everybody could get in on it. Tap dancers could go nuts, and waiters and singers and actors could hold down the basic. In the late 1980s, Frankie Manning simplified the Shim Sham by removing the taps, added a third course, which we will get to, and the Lindy Hop community has been doing it ever since. Now, of course, there are a couple of different versions of the Shim Sham now. You've got Alan Leon's Shim Sham, you've got Dean Collins' Shim Sham, but when somebody talks about the Shim Sham, they're talking about this Shim Sham. Of course, there is more history than this. If you want to learn about it, I have my sources in the description. I hope that was helpful. If it was, click like and subscribe for the algorithm. If you want music, it's in the description. And 50% of the money from this channel goes towards organizations that support Black diasporic art forms and artists, because this is a Black dance. And the best way to learn how to dance is to dance.